How much of a threat are they?
I think they're going to be a threat. They've lost 5 straight, 7 of their last 9. But a couple of weeks ago, they were top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. I told y'all before the season began, they were my sleeper, and I'm not sleeping on these brothers at all. I love the fact that D. Wade is back. Max, just so you know, D. Wade and I have gotten into many arguments over the last couple of years because I was ticked off at him for leaving Miami in the first place. He never should have left. He never should have went to Chicago, okay? And he shouldn't have been in Cleveland now, even though I understood once you think you got a chance to compete for a championship with LeBron, you got to do that. But he should have never left Miami, okay? The mansion is there. The family is there. They're ecstatic. It's South Beach, palm trees, sunshine, beautiful weather. Not cold, you know what, Cleveland, I mean, give me a break. So the bottom line is this, though. When you look at Miami, here's what I love about this Miami team. Despite the fact that they've been losing as of late, they got rough riders on their squad. They got young thoroughbreds that ain't scared of anybody. They will defend, even though they're already giving up 101 points a game, but they will defend. They will get up in you. They love the big moments. If you remember earlier this year when Boston went on like that 14, 15-game winning streak, I said Miami was going to knock them off, and they beat them. I said they rise to the occasion. What they lack is veteran leadership. And what they lack is a closer. D. Wade ain't the kind of guy that's going to go out and average 30 minutes a night for you anymore with 20 points per game. That's not him. Could he average 15 to 18? Certainly he can. Could he give you 20 to 25 minutes a game? Sure he could. Could you keep the game close? And in the last couple of minutes, hand him the ball and say, we got everything else. We need you to close back in Wade County. I said Wade County for a reason, damn it, because he never should have left, okay? I'm glad that he made up with Pat Riley. D. Wade is going to be a huge addition to this squad. I think it's going to work for them. And I think, now I'm not talking about Cleveland, but I think, I'm not talking about Cleveland, Boston. I think they can make noise against anybody else. They certainly can make it against the Washington Wizards. Did you see the Wizards lose that game last night? Did you see them lose that game last night? And by the way, as an aside, Mr. John Wall, let me just say this. Put that camera on me, please. Put that camera on me. John Wall of the Washington Wizards, my brother. You can ball. You're getting your money. But this team looks kind of good without you. Hurry back. You need to, bro, before they forget about you. Go ahead, Max.
How big a threat are they? Not much of one. They're a tough out. Maybe they could win a playoff series if they're matched up against the right team. Yeah, maybe. They're not going to get out of the East. Then they'll be a tough out for anyone.
Could they impede somebody other than Cleveland going to the conference finals?
Well, Cleveland and Boston are the 2 teams for me. Toronto, no, Toronto gets by them too. None of those 3 teams, maybe Washington.
Okay.
But they're tough, and Wade still got something. He reminds me a lot. Look, who are the 3 greatest 2 guards, off guards, in the history of modern basketball? Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Wade 3. Still 3. Harden's great, but Wade's still 3 on that list. And in each case, they came up with a particular coach, with a particular kind of, 2 guards, especially in the previous era, but even now, they're killers, they're closers, they're finishers. They're the guys that want the ball. Sometimes it can be black holes, like you give it to them, you ain't getting it back. Jordan was that way at times, certainly a killer, a closer. Kobe, obviously, and so was Wade. And all 3 of them, later in their careers, with new teams, or in Kobe's case, with a new coach and new players around him. As they aged and they weren't as good anymore, and they really needed to embrace younger teammates. They were doctrinaire, meaning they were wanted to be ideologically pure about what they were doing. Philosophically, I'm going to stand on principle. And Jordan ruined Kwame Brown. I watched it. I went to almost every home game. I was hosting Around the Horn in Washington, D.C. Jordan's on the Wizards. I got to see this. He ruined Kwame Brown and destroyed. It was a toxic atmosphere on that team. The greatest player of all time. Listen, Doug Collins, but that's not Phil Jackson. There's no Scottie Pippen around. Kobe Bryant tore down a lot of the young players that the Lakers brought in. To hear Kobe tell it, of course, he would say, they don't have the right mentality. You have to take your respect. I'm not just going to give it to you. That all may be true, but hey, Michael, hey, Kobe, you're standing on principle. You're not actually helping the team. And Wade is the exact same thing. Away from Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, he was a destructive force in Chicago. He isolated Jimmy Butler, whispering in Butler's ear. That was one of the problems with the chemistry on that team. We all hear the same stuff, Stephen A. He did the same thing. Right. Okay. Right. I'm not trying to tread on your exclusives. You know, when you say, "Hey, I don't think he's going to go here. I think he's going to go there," it doesn't take much to read between the lines. You're hearing things that others aren't. But in this case, we know what it is. Dwyane Wade isolated Jimmy Butler. It was a problem with the chemistry. Isolated LeBron James in Cleveland. That's Chicago. That's Cleveland. And the problem was he's older and not as good as he used to be. And there's no Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra and the same kind of structure around him to harness the third greatest two-guard and championship mentality he has in a productive way.